on the Line is the name of the song. Lay It on the Line.
Oh.
The big homie Nick has been as gracious as to include the lyrics. Let's do it. Go!
You lay it on the line. I'm tired of playing the foolish game. I'm tired of your lies making me insane. I don't ask for much, the truth will do just fine. Won't you lay it on the line? Lay it on the line.
is up and running now. We are selling our formula officially. It's amazing stuff from Europe.
Made in Germany. Sold in America.
Highest standards there are. In America, the standards haven't been updated since 1980. It's super weird, like older than me. In Europe, they update safety standards basically every year. This formula is top notch, great for the stomach, great for constipation. This is a great product. If you happen to want to purchase it and join us on our journey, then grab the link in the description. If you do and leave a review for us, send me a screenshot at vinandsori@gmail.com of your review after you have received the product. We will put your name in a hat. Song reviews are going to come out by some of the people that have left reviews. Don't forget to send us a screenshot of your review once you get the product. Now a word from our mascot dressed as a pirate, Fuji.
It's a steal of a deal.
Song. You're not on Junior Shot, so we don't know what
No.
the song is. That was the first song by the band. I forgot the name of the band already.
Lay It on the Line by the band Triumph.
Triumph was the name of the band. The name of the song was Lay It All on the Line. First of all,
Lay It on the Line.
I gotta say
Right?
that anytime I see a drummer that's singing,
Yeah.
that to me is like peak level. You're gonna get bonus points for that, just because I think
I agree.
I think it's so hard to. The other one was dude from the Album of the Scars was doing the violin and singing at the same time. I was like, holy! But I was like, I don't know. That's probably like playing guitar, because playing guitar and singing isn't that hard actually. It's really not.
Really?
Yeah, it's really not. Like.
Well, I think depending on the strum pattern, maybe.
There's that little
Right?
there's that little part in our song where I got the second verse or whatever. It's really not that difficult. But I feel like drumming and playing at the
Why
same
are you
time would be
yelling?
tough. Huh?
Why are you yelling?
Because I'm hyped. I just got done. A very, very. I love it when I get excited when shit is effective and it goes better than I thought it would.
Oh.
And my trance
okay.
panel went really, really good.
Okay.
I felt a lot of really deep love for the people I was talking to, especially toward the end. It was a very emotional time for me, which is not very difficult. I'm in a very emotional state of mind right now, anyway. So, but anyway, that's why I'm yelling. Thank you for the support. Okay, I always feel that my entire person is accepted by you. Lay it on the line.
Well,
I think this is a relationship song. What do you think?
Yeah, it sounded that way.
What year?
It's the same-
1979. Holy shit.
Boy, the audio was good, huh?
Oh, they were live.
Yeah.
So this must have been one of the first, like, that genre. It's, I don't know, hair metal, whatever, glam metal, whatever. I mean, these guys they don't have the glam aesthetic, but that where guys hit the high notes and the poppy song and the catchy cook, like that. This sounds to me like the proto glam or proto hair metal stuff. I mean, 1979.
I mean,
that was right.
This has to be rock, right?
It's rock, but like it seems to me like the
I'm not
beginnings
gonna-
of like the hair metal
Yeah.
vocal style.
I'm
You know
not
what
going to
saying?
argue with you on that, because the last time, what was it, Skid Row? I was like, well, I don't know. It seems a little grunge to me. And then turns out it's completely wrong.
Oh yeah, he said Skid Row.
I can't.
That was your
can't
aunt. Your
live
aunt
in-
was like, "What the hell?
Yeah.
Skid Rows and grunge, you weirdo." Okay, so what did you think? What did you think of the song?
Oh my gosh, I loved it. I love the way that guy sings too. I think that's my favorite, is like a nice vocal style, something that has like the Aerosmith sort of sound to it, and then just some rock. I love that. It's the same old story over and over again. You turn a lover into just another friend. I want to love you. I want to make you mine. Won't you lay it on the line?
You know what I think that's really interesting to me about people, especially these DJ streams?
What?
The freaking range. Like, DJ Nick has done like 4 or 5 streams, and like, again, all these bands that I've never heard of before, but that I really enjoy.
I know.
Like, the thing that impresses me the most, not only Nick, but like we'll have Daniel. Daniel's like 14. And he's like, "Oh yeah, I love that song. I learned that song like when I was a kid." I'm like, "You're still a kid.
Your mother's still telling you to shower.
What are you talking
Come
about?
have
Your
your
parents
supper.
are still telling you to come down and eat. You still have a curfew." But like, just how broad people's musical tastes are. It's unbelievable to me. Like,
Yeah.
That's just
Yeah, for me,
fascinating
I'm
to
like,
me.
that, to be able to string together multiple DJ streams, because you have that many songs that you're like,
yeah.
I feel like,
Yeah,
what's
that's
wrong with me?
No, seriously.
You could do it. You could do it. Absolutely. You have whole playlists depending on your mood. You'd probably do that. Mood streams.
Yeah, there's a lot of
This
rap.
is when you're pissed off. This is when you're this.
I got a lot of rap, and I got a lot of, new metal stuff. It's not a lot. It's not like range. Like there's no 80s or 70s like stadium metal in my playlist.
Oh,
at
yeah.
all. I mean, it's pretty monolithic.
Yeah.
Like, I could do about 2 or 3 DJ streams, and that would be the end of it. But these guys are doing like multiple streams, and they're like 8 songs, and they're from all over the place. I'm like, where do you find these bands? Anyway,
So
go ahead.
we were watching that documentary. It was pretty crazy. What's the name of it? Off the Deep End? I don't think it says off. Is it the Deep End?
It's just called the Deep End.
The Deep End.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Teal Swan. If I ever get an interview with that one.
Oh, I bet.
She, it would be like if Sori was an evil cult leader, which I don't know how evil this woman actually is, but it's very fascinating, this woman. But what does that have to do with this song?
Well, I said at the beginning, I was like, the first like five minutes, I was like, yep, she friend zoned that guy.
Yep.
And so it kind of reminded me of that. It's the same old story all over again. You turn a lover into just a friend. I want to love you. I want to make you mine. Won't you lay it on the line? I'm tired of playing foolish games. I'm tired of all your lies making me insane. I don't ask for much. The truth will do just fine. Won't you lay it on the line? The one thing that's kind of weird about that line is, okay, so he said that she turned him into a friend. Like, she put him on the friend, which to me, that means she's being honest with him and not like carrying on as though that they're in a relationship when she has friend zoned him. And then he's like, why don't you just tell me the truth? Well, what is he? I don't understand. You know what I'm saying?
But
Am I
since
missing
you turn
something?
a lover into just another friend,
Yeah.
but if you're friend zoned, there's no sex at all.
Yeah.
That's what it. But he says you turned a lover into just another friend.
You turn a lover into just another friend. Yeah.
Right. So that they were lovers, and then she turned him into
Exactly. And that's what happened on the show.
But that's not what being friend zoned is. Friend zoned is you're never the lover.
Yeah, I know.
You're always the shoulder to cry on.
Yeah. Well, that's what I thought it was initially on that show, but turns out
Yeah.
they did have a relationship previously.
Yeah.
Previously.
Yeah. That lady. Shout out to Teal Swan. That lady's out there consuming human beings. That lady. She's like on her 5th marriage and shit. She's like, I've been married 5 times. I've had 12 partners since Blake. I mean, hey, more power to her. I mean, the guys get to do it. Go for it, lady. You just dumb as hell if you try to. Did you see the end of that episode?
I don't know.
You passed out. I would watch it again.
I think I missed a lot of it toward the end because I was like, both eyes were rolling into one side.
I wish we would have discovered that documentary like when the whole series was over, because it's not even half over yet.
There's still more?
Oh yeah. It's 10 episodes.
Oh no. Okay. Well, I would have waited.
Yeah.
Too. Yeah. Okay.
But yeah. The you turn a lover into just another friend. I want to love you. I want to make you mine. Won't you lay it on the line? Well,
you got no right to make me wait.
See, this is one of those questions that I have, which is, I want to love. He says, you turn a lover into just another friend. I want to love you. Well, you do love her. Why can't you just love her as a friend?
Well, yeah, well.
Then it turns into, I want to make you mine.
Right.
Okay, so it's like, so it's not just that you want to love her, it's that you want to possess her.
Right.
Right.
Well, yes.
But you're phrasing, that's what I'm saying about like the friend zone thing, and I'm people are going to say, oh, you're saying that, you're privileged or whatever. But I've always found the guys who complain about friend zones to be like low-key, almost misogynistic, like they're owed that kind of relationship, and being the friend is some like relegated position of,
I do think you're speaking from privilege, because there are some people that they're just like really nice guys, and you think to yourself, you know, they're a really nice guy, but just not somebody you want to be in a relationship with.
Yeah,
and they end up in that situation a lot. So I mean,
what I'm saying is, well, yeah, but how is that a problem?
they want to be in a relationship. What do you mean? How is that a problem?
Well, you are in a relationship. You're
They
friends.
want to be in a romantic relationship.
Right, but that's not an other-oriented feeling. That's a self-interested feeling. That's your self-interest. You want to possess this person exclusively. You don't want to love this person.
And you want them to possess you as well.
You don't want to love this person just for the joy of loving them. You want to love them so that they can belong to you exclusively. I would still love you regardless.
Yeah, I know.
And I wouldn't complain about being friend-zoned. I wasn't friend-zoned with you for the first 10 years of our relationship. I wasn't in some zone. I just loved you. I wanted the best for you. Mm-hmm. So if he really loves her and wants the best for her, then what's the problem? He's saying, I'm tired of playing foolish games. I'm like, well, is she playing games?
That's why I said, I don't feel like she's... Like, well, maybe he's saying it feels like a game because she started out romantic with him and now he's been friend-zoned, which I would think that would be really difficult if you still, like, love somebody and you still want to be in a relationship with them and then they friend-zoned you. Like... Well,
again, I'm disputing the term.
Okay,
I'm
let's use another
arguing
toe.
that's not love. That's what I'm arguing.
Yeah, but
the desire to possess somebody and the dissatisfaction with simply being in their lives, to me, is not love.
Yeah, but
I'm not saying it's hate.
Let's say you and I never got married, but we had a romantic fling for a while, and then I decided I didn't want to be romantic with you anymore. We were just going to be friends. Wouldn't that be difficult?
No. I'd still love you. I'd still be your friend.
So the only thing that makes it different is because we got married? Because you've said before that you wouldn't be able to just go, you know.
Now that we're married, I wouldn't be able to just
but you're making a difference between being married and like a lot of people, if they've been in a long relationship with somebody or they get married, it's kind of the same thing to them.
They're in a relationship, though. They're already in a relationship.
I see where this person's coming from.
Yeah, you're a very possessive person, though.
That's true.
Would you say?
Yeah, I would say that. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. It's like this gets, you know, that's why I say, like, you would be a horrible guy. No, but we've had this conversation. Don't act like it's some new thing. Like,
I didn't act like it was a new thing.
You agree.
I acted like it's a thing I don't like hearing.
You agree. You'd be a horrible guy.
I would be. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, to me, I'm like, I'm supposed to feel bad for you because you want to possess this girl and she's not feeling you like that? Get the fuck out of here. Like, I don't think this guy's a victim at all.
I think that when he keeps talking, it gets a little bit more see-through. Like he says, you've got no right to make me wait. Wait, well, what do you... Well, that sounds a little weird.
Right. And this is 1979, so dudes felt a lot more comfortable saying all that shit. Mm-hmm. But to me, I'm like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Your game is soft. Shorty's really not feeling you like that. And so... He
says, I never even thought you could be so unkind. Won't you lay it on the line? So he's basically saying, you're being unkind for telling me the truth that you're not romantically inclined toward me anymore. I wish... The only way for her to be kind would be for her to not go along with how she feels about him and just go along with his feelings and be in a relationship with him. Which, that's... You know, I can feel for the homie as far as, like, getting into... If I got into a relationship with somebody... and it was a romantic relationship, and then they flipped on me, and then they just wanted to be friends with me, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's fascinating because females operate in an almost more aggressive manner to that kind of scenario than men do. So, like, I knew people that would get in trouble in high school because they would have some physical thing, and then they didn't really have much interest in the girl anymore, and the girl would make this big joke, you're horrible, you used me, yada. And the guy would look bad, and the girl would be the victim. But it's the same thing. It's like, well, I didn't say that we were. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it just seems to me like both people, like there are these expectations that if I like you or I express interest, so we both express interest in each other, that now we're duty bound, we're obligated to be in like some long-term relationship.
Yeah.
And I think for a lot of ladies, it's like they would much rather have, a guy who they can have a platonic relationship with, who it's also just on a practical level very useful to understand how guys' minds work, because girls, we don't know how each other's minds work. So it's good to have an insider that can explain to you what's going on. The problem is that guy is tired of being the shoulder to cry on. He's got different expectations. I just don't think that it's that the girl owes you that.
Oh, no, I don't think that the girl owes him that either. I don't think either party would owe. If somebody doesn't feel romantic about a relationship anymore, I mean, you can't force yourself into that relationship. I'm just saying, I feel for him in the sense of, I feel bad for him that he's in that situation. I don't think any wrong has been done to him. And certainly, like, him calling it, he's tired of playing foolish games and all that. Like, I mean, from what we're seeing just in this song, it doesn't sound like she's playing games. It sounds like she's being very clear with him.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm just saying I think that would be a difficult thing to happen. If you still love like if you all of a sudden friend zoned me, like, okay, before we were married,
we're married.
Yeah, but if we weren't married, before we were married, once I started being like, actually, I think I would like to marry this one if he asks, if at that point you were like, you know what, I changed my mind. I think I'm going to go. I
don't feel like me and you are a good example. The circumstances are so unique that.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I'm talking about is like high school, a guy and a girl meet each other, they like each other, they talk, they're good friends, they play Dungeons and Dragons together, yada, yada, yada. And then she comes over and hangs out with him, and like they lay on the bed together, they talk about the stars and shit. Then she starts bringing up, Ron from the football team and all this shit. And she starts trying to like get information because you're friends with Ron from the football team. It's that kind of dynamic that I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. Then you hook her up with Ron from the football team, and then Ron cheats on her, and then you're the shoulder to cry on, and it repeats process like 15 times. That's the type of shit that I'm talking about, where the guy is the victim because the girl has the audacity to be friends with him but not give him sex. That's my issue. I'm like, you couldn't just be her friend? A lot of women need a platonic male friend so that the guy can give her intel on what the hell is going on. Mm-hmm. You know how many times I told homegirl, like, yo, that guy, he's just. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and sometimes she was okay with that, and other times she's like, oh, okay, good to know. You know what I'm saying? Like, was I friend zoned by that girl?
I don't know who you're talking about, but I'm assuming so.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Was I friend zoned by her?
Sounds like it.
Yeah, no, I was just her friend. Right. I was just her friend.
Well, you would have felt it was friend zone if you wanted to be in a relationship with her.
I was in a relationship with her. We were friends.
Romantic relationship, babe.
Yeah, but why is a romantic relationship the only valuable relationship between a man and a woman? That's my issue.
No, nobody's saying that's the only valuable relationship. It's just when we
But
talk about...
you're defining relationship that way, though. When I say we're already in a relationship, you roll your eyes. So obviously... You don't think it's
No, I'm rolling my eyes because this always happens like in discussions because you're very nuanced and I'm not. Well, I guess in this situation I'm being
You're
more
the one
nuanced.
with the nuance.
Yeah, because I'm saying, okay, when I say relationship, I mean romantic relationship because I don't want to say romantic relationship. I just want to say relationship. Yeah, I know that they're in a friendship and that's a relationship.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, I think that he's taking it too far, but, I mean, I understand being bummed out about it.
DJ AT says, they don't need platonic friends for intel. They're crafty. When they want to know something, they find out. I don't know. My friend, she, I was the reason she found out a lot of shit. Okay, what do you get this song? I really enjoyed this song.
This is a 10 for me. I love this one.
It's a 9. Very, 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 very catchy. And I think it's a little bit ahead of its time, actually.
I felt like it was.
1979? That's, in my opinion, a little bit ahead of its time. We have just begun, dear listener. more songs on the way. Sit back, relax, get yourself some popcorn. Maybe mosey on down to Middle America. We had a wonderful panel. Anyway, Vin out.
Sorry out.
Go.